Someone today sent me this link for the International Center for Abduction Research, ICAR. I think David Jacobs might be the guy behind it, not sure. But it has a questionnaire, and the questionnaire is kind of interesting. So the beginning part is just your basic information, email, date, name, blah, blah. Then we get down to here, and this is where it's pretty interesting. If the answers to any of the following questions are yes, please elaborate in the space provided. Have you ever seen a UFO? If yes, please give a short description of the events surrounding the sightings. As a child or an adult, did you ever experience any odd period of time of an hour or more when you were lost, but you don't remember being lost? Do you have any scars or marks on your body that neither you nor your parents can remember how you received? While awake, have you actually seen a frightening figure, monster, a boogeyman, a witch, or a devil as a child and or as an adult in your bedroom, closet, or anywhere else? Have you ever experienced an odd displacement in which you found yourself inexplicably in a location different from where you remember being only seconds before, and it was not the common road hypnosis while driving? Have you ever dreamed of being in a hospital? Have you ever dreamed about lying on a table? Have you had any disturbing or realistic dreams about babies or small children? Have you ever dreamed about UFOs? Have you ever woken up paralyzed with the sense of a person, presence, or something else in the room? Have you ever seen lights or balls of light in your room for which you have no explanation? If you are a woman, have you ever had any unusual problems with pregnancy? If you are a woman, have you ever felt certain that you were pregnant, but the pregnancy suddenly disappeared? Have you ever felt that you were actually and inexplicably flying, and it was not an out-of-body experience or a dream? Do you have inexplicable fears about certain areas, such as stretches of highway, open fields, rooms in a house, and so forth? Have you actually left your body, or had an unwanted and or unexpected out-of-body experience? Has a deceased relative or a friend ever visited you in your home at night? Have you ever seen or sensed the presence of a ghost? Have you ever had a religious vision or visitation? Have you ever awakened wearing clothes that were not yours and you do not know how you got them, and or have you ever awakened with your clothes on in the wrong way or not on at all when you had put them on correctly? Do you inexplicably feel that you are secretly teaching or helping someone? As an adult, do you feel you have a special influential or controlling person outside of your normal life whom no one knows about and who is not a religious figure? Sorry, I'm required to ask the following 2 questions. These questions deal with how one copes with unusual events rather than whether one has invented them. Have you ever been hospitalized for psychiatric or psychological disorders? Are you on medication for emotional or psychological problems? Please use this area to describe the unusual events in your life that this questionnaire has not covered. Have you ever worked with a UFO abduction researcher? Name of researcher. Please describe the nature and extent of your work with the researcher. How did you find out about this website? What has led you to fill out this questionnaire? Submit form now. And I was right. All content copywritten by David Jacobs and International Center for Abduction Research, except as noted. So I hope I'm not infringing on his copyright. I'm trying to at least help him out in case there's any abductees out there that need his help. And if so, I'll put a link to this questionnaire in the description below. And what interested me about reading this questionnaire was, if you've seen the movie Dark Skies, the end part with the guy from the Farmers Insurance, I forgot his real name, but we are farmers, bum, 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 bum. The guy that's in all the commercials, he plays, essentially, I guess he plays David Jacobs in the movie.
Either of you heard a ringing in your ears that seems to be happening only inside your head?
Yes.
Have you experienced any unexplained illnesses, strange allergies, or nosebleeds?
Yes.
Have you witnessed any abnormal behavior by animals in your neighborhood?
3 different flocks of birds flew into our house the other day.
I would say that qualifies. Have either of you experienced any blackouts, stretches of time that you can't account for? And have you experienced the feeling that you might not be in control of your own body?
How do you know all this?
You are not alone in this.
And it's only a clip. You should check the longer version for the whole scene. This is just the one that I found on YouTube. I guess that's legitimate to have on. So, and you know, Bud Hopkins, as a kid, you know, I always studied ufology, and Bud Hopkins was the abductee doctor, and I guess David Jacobs is the heir to Bud Hopkins' practice. I'm not sure. Dark Skies was almost a good movie. It had the premise to be great, and it just kind of fell flat. The scene with the Farmers Insurance guy, I think his name is like J.K. Simmons. That's my favorite scene in the movie. There's other aspects of it that are cool, but for whatever reason, it just kind of fell short. Although it had a real serious tone of like, you know, we're doomed. There's really no hope. The aliens got us, and that's it. So I don't know. It's funny that I haven't done more ufology videos on this channel. I mean, ufology has been a major part of my life. Although now I'm going more flat Earth, which kind of says there is no outer space, but it's kind of hard to deny that there is some kind of phenomenon going on. So many people reporting sightings and abductions. What's always driven me towards ufology is that the idea of if aliens were revealed, it would change everything. And if you've been following my video series, you know that I remember choosing my life in another dimension, and the premise to my life, or the description of my life, was that I will bring a concept to the planet that will change the way everybody sees everything. So, you know, that's why I've been attracted to ufology, conspiracy theory, and now flat Earth. And many other conspiracies, time travel, over time. What my concept is that I'm supposed to bring, I think it's that we do choose our lives. Because if I remember, if it happened to me, you know, why I can't possibly be the only one. And that means that everyone else probably also chose their lives. So we're probably in some form of a video game. And that's why I wrote the book Simulation Theory. Or we're in an enclosed world, or we're in some kind of a voluntary existence. And if we're here voluntarily, are we living our lives the way we want to? Are we governing ourselves? Is our experience the way we want it? And I think that's the concept that I'm supposed to bring, is that we're all here voluntarily. And if so, are we doing it the best way we possibly can? And if not, let's choose to change it. So thanks for watching this video. There will be many more to come over the next year. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you sub. Tons of different topics we're going to cover.